Hey everyone, Mark here. So today's video is to do a partial unboxing. I say partial because I have not opened this package, but I have cut the tape and everything on it so you don't have to sit there and watch me struggle and open it for, for 10 minutes. So let me give you a little backstory on this. So as you know, and I've done videos on this, I'm always looking for a great deal, the best records, best anything Elvis that I buy. And that even extends to non-Elvis things that I buy as far as vinyl and things like that. But a couple of weeks ago, I saw several listings from someone on eBay over in the UK. And they had a number of UK pressings of Elvis records. A lot of originals or ones that were at least maybe some repressings from the UK label that came out during his lifetime. And the majority of them were mint and high rated seller. And then when I looked at the pictures of the ones I was interested in, top notch. So I ended up bidding on several. 5 of the albums that I bid on, I won. Of the 5, 4 of them were mint. I believe Never Played, were gorgeous. And then the other one was an album that I've been after for the longest time, but I've never actually been able to find a copy, 1, that was in as good a shape that I was wanting, and 2, at the price that I was comfortable paying. So I ended up bidding, I think, on 9 total, 8 or 9. So the ones I missed out on, I had bid on a near mint Elvis's Christmas album. I think it was from 65 or 66. And it was a black label red spot, which the RCA logo, they call it the red spot. That I think that started in 1964 on. Before that, they referred to them as the silver spot. The RCA logo was round, didn't have Nipper, the dog. It had the RCA Victor logo, and then it had either a silver or red spot after 1964. So it's a near mint Elvis's Christmas album. I do not own that one. I've been wanting it for a while. It looked really nice. Missed out on that. Somebody outbid me at the end. The other one was, I got to think about this for a minute. Yeah, it escapes me. But the one that I really wanted is this person had a 1963 silver spot mint Fun in Acapulco. And that's, as you know, it's one of my favorite soundtracks. The new recent FTD that came out. Awesome album. And I bid fairly high on it, but I wasn't willing to go as high as what the seller ended up getting. I think the end bid ended up being about 84, 85 pounds. And then the shipping on each album was like 30 or 35 pounds. So you're talking, once you convert it to US dollars, well over $100. I just wasn't real comfortable paying that for one record. And then I'm trying to think what else was one I bid on. Yeah, just a couple others that I just missed out on. But the 5 I got were ones that I really wanted. So long story short, the records themselves ended up being, for the 5 records, like I said, 4 of them were mint, Never Played, and the 1 was near mint. And that was one that has gone for almost as much as I paid for the 5 of them. So for the 5 of them, just the vinyl itself came just under $75. But almost, in fact, more than half of it was shipping, because the seller did combine shipping for the 5, and shipping came out to be like $40, 40 US or so. So this actually arrived Saturday afternoon in the mail. My wife had to sign for it because it did come international. I was working, so it's just, yesterday was busy on Sunday. So I thought, I'm going to do a video and we're going to look at it together. So my fingers are crossed that these are as advertised. So like I said, I did partially open it. So I am going to take these out now. All right. Okay, so the very, just make sure they're all here. Okay, so it kind of scared me for a minute because he put several of them in a couple of packages. So the first one I got, okay, come on. Okay, so the first one, yeah. The first one is, wow, looks really nice. There is a little bit of my favorite 70s album, That's the Way It Is. Upon notice, I don't know if you can see it, these are like gloss, they're laminated covers. Little bit of lifting, but I do see a little bit of a, you can't really see it, right there's a little bit of a crease. And these are flimsy covers. The UK versions are flimsy, but same as the US counterpart. But came in just a regular white sleeve. But let's look at the vinyl, shall we? Okay, so, and this is the rigid vinyl. Upon first inspection, looks lovely. Side one, and then there is side two. There's that one. So like I said, because these covers are flimsy, not a huge deal that cover has a little bit of a creasing. And this one, okay, yeah, this one's in really nice shape too, but this also has a little bit of a crease in it. But this is a orange label. I believe this is a 1968 release of my favorite album. This is the one of the ones that has a different back cover. Love this record. Anybody who follows my channel knows this is my very favorite Elvis album. Had it as a kid. I believe I got it for my 12th birthday. And then again, just a regular, these are common, just a regular white sleeve, a little bit of yellowing in it. It does have, and I can tell it's an original, it does have like the opening has the plastic right there. And again, it's rigid vinyl. There is side one. Like I said, I think the listing was from 1968. And there is side two. And in a minute, since this is in honor of this being my favorite album, I'm gonna put one of these records on. Like I said, it was listed as mint. And in record grading, mint means never played. You can even be lucky with near mint. From my research, near mint can also possibly mean unplayed, but usually in really, really nice condition. And then the next album I have here. Okay, so yeah, this one I have several versions of this, but upon inspection, this one looks really nice too. Elvis's Gold Records, Volume 4. Like I said, different back cover. See how white it is. It's in really, really nice shape. And then here's the white sleeve. This one does not have the center plastic, but again, just from initial feel, this is rigid vinyl, also on the orange label. I believe this one was 1968 as well, right when they switched from the black label to the new orange label with the little bit of the paper, chunk of paper. Yeah, it looks really, really nice. So I'm really anxious to try these out, play them, and see if how they sound. All right, almost towards the end. Okay, now this one is my second favorite 1970s album. I don't know if I've mentioned this before. That's the Way It Is my favorite album from the 1970s. This is my favorite studio album, and I've had my eye on this one for a while. This is the UK pressing of Promised Land. As you can see, it's the laminated cover, but like I said, they are flimsy, but I do like how it's laminated. And Advertised it's in the 70s, which I think the US pressing has a different one advertised. You check me on that, leave a comment below if you know, but I don't think that was the album they listed. I could be wrong. Again, a white sleeve. Also, yeah, it's rigid. It's definitely rigid. Like I know they had the flexi disc in the US, but this is definitely a thicker album. Also orange label side 1. And then side 2. There's that. All right, so one more. And this, so all those that I showed you were all mint, or at least described as mint copies. And this is the one that I've been after for a long time. Like I said, it was listed as near mint. Right away, I can see it has an original sleeve, which is really cool. Overall, this looks really, really nice. I've had the hardest time finding a copy that I've been happy with at the price I've been pleased with. A little bit of a slight bend, but it's the UK version of Elvis for Everyone. Now, y'all are familiar with what the US release looks like. Of course, just a basic white. Still pretty white. There's a little bit of, maybe not, maybe just a touch of discoloring, but as it does have an original, it's got the plastic in the middle, and it says stereo. Talks about the equipment you can play it on. Talks about, says important records whose labels bear the word stereophonic or stereo must be played with pickup design for stereophonic records using a sapphire or diamond stylus with a tip radius of blah, 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 blah. Failure to do so will result in poor sound and irreparable damage to the record stylus. So, as you can see, there's the black label that I was referring to. Man, this almost feels like a 180-gram label. It's not, but it's really, really heavy. So we're actually going to put this on the turntable too. See what I mean by the pop-up? Sorry. There's the RCA logo without nipper, and then there's the circle, the red RCA with the lightning bolt. So prior to 1964, I believe it was silver, and then they switched over to red from 64, I believe, up to 68, I want to say, until they went to the orange label. This is just a stunningly clean looking record. A little bit on the label, a little bit of, like this label's almost, the hole's almost perfect there, but we're going to listen to that here in a second. So I'm going to pause this video. I'm going to first put on Elvis's Golden Records, Volume 3. We're going to hear how that sounds, and then when we come back, we will put on the Elvis for Everyone. Hear how that sounds. So hold tight. I'll be right back with you. All right, so we were back. So I went back and I played the other two. So Promised Land was the first one I put on, and I don't believe it's ever seen a turntable. I didn't hear as much as even one pop, crackle, anything. I dropped the needle, completely clean, completely quiet. I even went back and like, maybe I didn't have it enough. I missed it. I cranked it way up, dropped the needle, and quiet. And of course, Promised Land is the first song. No pops at all. Sounded spectacular. Like I said, I don't think it's ever been played. And it was the nicest of the lot. The other one I played was Elvis's Gold Records Volume 4. That had a couple pops similar to Golden Records Volume 3. Out of the 5, the 2 cleanest and nicest ones were my 2 favorites of the 70s. That's the Way It Is, sounded spectacular, and of course Promised Land. Then next I would probably say, which was the one listed at Near Mint, was Something for Every, I always get Something for Everybody and Elvis for Everyone mixed. Elvis for, yeah, I still said it wrong. Elvis for Everyone, and then Something for Everybody. I always get that mixed up every time. But the next best one was, which I'm very happy with, is the Elvis for Everyone. Sounded really clean for a record that's, what, 1965. So you're talking a, 58-year-old record. Had the original inner sleeve. It was a very nice condition. And what I did notice too is I always give my records a quick cleaning before I put them on the turntable when I get them. And these, I almost didn't have to even clean them. Like, they were brilliantly cleaned and shiny, no marks, no fingerprints, nothing. I've had that where I bought them I think I did I think I started to do a video and I deleted the video about a month ago because the records I'd gotten were described as mint and they were in bad shape. Fingerprints all over it, scuff marks. These were perfect. So yeah, I'm very happy. Again, this kind of goes along with being at the right place at the right time, taking your time, being patient though, and looking for the best value at the best price. So for what I paid for these 5 records, all UK pressings, which I love, I'm very happy and pleased overall. So thank you for those of you who watched, those of you who have recently subscribed. About a week ago, I hit the 6,500 mark for subscribers. Very grateful. It means more to me than you know. Thank you for those who consistently comment. Appreciate your support as always. And until next time, we'll see you soon. Bye.